Now, the shipping forecast issued by the Met Office on behalf of the Maritime and Coast Guard Agency at 0015 on Thursday, the 3rd of July. There are warnings of gales in Southward Sierra, Fisher, Trafalgar and Fitzroy. The general synopsis at 1800. High near the Azores, 1032, expected 150 miles west of Fitzroy, 1034 by 1800 Thursday. Low, Spain, 1009, slow moving, filling 1012 by same time. The area forecast for the next 24 hours. Viking, northward Sierra, northwesterly, backing southerly later, 4 or 5. Showers, good. Southward Sierra, northwesterly 5 to 7, occasionally gale 8 at first, backing southwesterly 3 to 5 later. Showers, good. Forties, Cromarty, 4th, Tyne, Dogger. Northwest backing southwest 4 or 5, occasionally 6 later. Showers, perhaps thundery later, good, occasionally moderate. Fisher, northwesterly 5 to 7, occasionally gale 8 at first, backing southwesterly 4 or 5 later. Showers, good. German Bight, northwest backing west 4 or 5, occasionally 6 at first. Showers at first, good. Humber, Thames, northwest 4 to 6, becoming variable 2 to 4, then southwest 4 or 5 later. Fair, good. Dover, White, north 3 to 5, becoming variable 2 to 4. Fair, good. Portland, Plymouth, north or northwest 3 to 5, becoming variable 2 or 3 for a time. Fair, good. Biscay, north or northeast 4 to 6, thundery showers in southeast, good. Southeast Trafalgar, cyclonic 3 to 5, occasionally 6 in west, fair, good. Northwest Trafalgar, northerly 5 to 7, occasionally gale 8 in north, fair, good. South Fitzroy, northeasterly 6 to gale 8, fair, good. North Fitzroy, northerly or northeasterly 4 to 6, fair, good. Seoul, west or northwest 2 to 4, fair, good. Lundy Fastnet, west or northwest 3 or 4, fair, good. Irish Sea, northwest 3 or 4, backing southwest 4 or 5, occasionally 6 later, showers, good. Shannon, southwest 4 to 6, showers at first, good. Rockall, southwest 5 to 7, rain or showers, moderate or good, occasionally poor later. Malin, Hebrides, southwest 4 to 6, rain or showers, perhaps thundery for a time, moderate or good. Bailey, south or southwest 4 to 6, rain or showers, moderate or good, occasionally poor later. Fair Isle, Faroes, southeast Iceland, southerly or southwesterly 4 to 6, rain or showers, moderate or good. Now the weather reports from coastal stations for 2300. Tyree automatic, west-southwest 3, 24 miles, 1022, rising slowly. Stornoway, southwest by west 2, more than 38 miles, 1020, rising slowly. Lerwick, west 2, 22 miles, 1017, rising slowly. Wick automatic, west-northwest 2, 16 miles, 1019, rising slowly. Aberdeen, northwest by west 2, 6 miles, 1020, rising slowly. Lucas, west by south 3, slight rain, 16 miles, 1021, rising more slowly. Bulmer, calm, 11 miles, 1021, rising more slowly. Bridlington, northwest by west 2, 1021, rising. Sandetti light vessel automatic, north by west 5, 11 miles, 1022. Greenwich light vessel automatic, northwest by north 4, 11 miles, 1023. St Catherine's Point automatic, northwest 3, 1023, rising. Jersey, northwest by north 3, 22 miles, 1025, rising. Channel Light Vessel automatic, northwest 4, 11 miles, 1025. Scilly automatic, northwest 3, 9 miles, 1027, rising slowly. Milford Haven, west-northwest 2, 16 miles, 1025, rising slowly. Aberporth, west by south 3, 24 miles, 1025, rising slowly. Valley, southwest by west 2, 16 miles, 1024, rising slowly. Liverpool Crosby, west-northwest 5, 8 miles, 1024, rising. Valencia, northwest by west 1, 22 miles, 1028, rising slowly. Ronaldsway, north 2, 24 miles, 1024, rising. Malinhead, west-southwest 4, 27 miles, 1023, rising slowly. Machrihanish automatic, west by south 2, 22 miles, 1023, rising slowly. And now here's the weather forecast for the inshore waters of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, valid for the following 24 hours, issued by the Met Office at 2300 on Wednesday the 2nd of July. The general situation. A ridge of high pressure will gradually decline southwards, giving mainly fine weather and light winds for southern waters, but allowing unsettled and increasingly windy weather to affect northern waters. Cape Wrath to Rattray Head, including Orkney. West 3 or 4, backing southwest 4 or 5, occasionally 6 later. Fair at first, then showers, perhaps thundery later. Good, occasionally poor later. Rattray Head to Berwick upon Tweed. West 3 or 4, backing southwest 4 or 5, occasionally 6 later. Showers at first, thundery showers later. Good, occasionally moderate later. Berwick upon Tweed to Whitby. Northwest 4 or 5, becoming variable 2 to 4, then southwest 4 or 5 later. Showers at first, thundery showers for a time later. Good, occasionally moderate later. Whitby to Gibraltar Point. Northwest 4 or 5, becoming variable 2 to 4, then west 3 to 5 later. Showers for a time later in north. Good. Gibraltar Point to North Foreland. Northwesterly 4 or 5, occasionally 6 in northeast, becoming variable 2 to 4, then southerly 3 to 5 later. Fair. Good. North Foreland to Selsey Bill. Northerly 4 or 5, becoming variable 1 to 3, then westerly or southwesterly 3 or 4 later. Fair. Good. Selsey Bill to Lyme Regis. North 3 or 4, becoming variable 1 to 3, then southwest veering northwest 3 or 4 later. Fair. Good. Lyme Regis to Land's End, including the Isles of Scilly. Northwest 3 or 4, becoming variable 1 to 3, then west or northwest 3 or 4 later. Fair. Good. Land's End to St David's Head, including the Bristol Channel. North or northwest 2 to 4. Fair. Good. St David's Head to Great Orme Head, including St George's Channel. West or northwest 3 or 4, occasionally 2 at first, backing southwest 4 or 5 later. Showers later in north. Good. Great Orme Head to the Mull of Galloway. Northwest 2 to 4, backing southwest 4 or 5, occasionally 6 later. Fair at first, then showers. Good, occasionally moderate later. Isle of Man. West or northwest 3 or 4, backing southwest 4 or 5, occasionally 6 later. Showers for a time later. Good, occasionally moderate later. Loch Foyle to Carlingford Loch. Northwesterly 2 to 4, backing southwest 4 or 5, occasionally 6 later in far north. Fair at first, then showers, thundery for a time. Good, occasionally moderate. Mull of Galloway to the Mull of Kintyre, including the Firth of Clyde and the North Channel. Northwesterly 2 to 4, backing southwesterly 4 or 5. Fair at first, then showers, thundery for a time. Good, occasionally moderate. Mull of Kintyre to Ardnamurchan Point. West 3 or 4, backing southwest 5 or 6, then veering west 4 or 5 later. Fair at first, then thundery showers, rain later, good, occasionally poor. Ardnamurchan Point to Cape Wrath, southwest 4, increasing 5 or 6, occasionally 4 later. Fair at first, then thundery showers, rain later, good, occasionally poor. And the Shetland Isles, west 3 or 4, backing south or southwest 4 or 5. Showers, rain later, good, occasionally moderate later. And that completes the shipping bulletin. This is John Hammond, wishing you a safe and peaceful night.
It's midnight GMT. Hello, I'm Roger Hearing, and this is Business Matters on the BBC World Service. Today we're live in Shanghai and New York. Coming up on the programme, live to Washington for the latest on the big, beautiful bill as it gets a pummeling on Capitol Hill. Also, as the clock runs down on avoiding the imposition of huge tariffs, Vietnam secures a trade deal with the US. It's not obviously in Vietnam's favour. Their goods face levies of 20% when entering the US, but is lower than the threatened 46%. Plus, why is there a big drop in remittances from American workers in the US? How Air India is trying to make Indians feel safe in the air again? And as Del Monte declares bankruptcy, are we all falling out of love with canned food? That's Business Matters here on the BBC, coming up after the latest news.
Hello, I'm David Harper with the BBC News. The rap music mogul Sean Diddy Combs has been denied bail following his conviction for prostitution-related offences. The decision means he will have to remain in jail until the date of his sentencing in October. Sean Diddy Combs was cleared of more serious charges of sex trafficking and racketeering conspiracy. A lawyer from his defence team, Tenny Geragos, said they were celebrating a victory.
Sean Combs has not sexually assaulted anybody. I've been saying this for months, and today that was proven true. The media got it wrong about Sean Combs every single day for nearly 2 years. He has not sexually assaulted anybody, certainly hasn't sex trafficked anybody, and the jury found that today.
In denying bail, the New York judge observed that there was ample evidence he'd committed violent acts and could be a danger to the public if released. Republican leaders in the US Congress have delayed a vote on President Trump's tax and immigration bill as they scramble to overcome objections from members of their own party. The Big Beautiful Bill, as it's known, was passed by the Senate on Tuesday, but some Republicans in the House of Representatives are unhappy it could add trillions to the national debt while cutting health care. Democrats are united in opposition. Democrat Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz is one of them.
We're continuing to do everything we can to shine a white-hot spotlight on the horrific provisions of this abominable bill. They are kicking, in this bill, 17 million people off of their health care, both through cuts to Medicaid as well as the ending of tax credits in the Affordable Care Act that make Affordable Care Act policies affordable.
President Trump wants the bill approved before Independence Day on the 4th of July. UN officials say armed gangs have further tightened their grip on Haiti, despite the efforts of police and a Kenya-led international force. Their Assistant Secretary General for the Americas, Miroslav Yencha, said Haiti's capital, Port-au-Prince, was paralyzed and isolated. He described a surge in human rights violations, including sexual violence. He added there was also allegations of people being trafficked for their internal organs. With more, here's Will Grant.
The Haitian government and security forces have struggled to even remotely wrestle back control of the capital Port-au-Prince from the powerful drug gangs who have the city in their grip. Even the UN-backed deployment of hundreds of Kenyan police officers has failed to make any significant progress in improving the security situation. Now, one of the top UN officials for the Americas has set out the extent of the problem in stark language to the Security Council. Miroslav Yencha, the Assistant Secretary for the Americas, warned that Haiti faces the real possibility of the total collapse of the state presence in the capital unless the international community acted decisively.
Will Grant reporting. This is the latest world news from the BBC. A federal judge has blocked President Trump's efforts to prevent people seeking asylum in the United States. Judge Randolph Moss ruled that Mr. Trump exceeded his constitutional powers when he signed an emergency order on his first day in office to deport migrants without allowing them to apply for asylum. He said the president could not override federal immigration laws by creating an alternative system. The Colombian Navy says it has for the first time seized a drone submarine built for smuggling drugs. It said the vessel was empty and being tested off Colombia's Caribbean coast. The Navy said the narco sub had the capacity to carry 1.5 tons of cocaine and was equipped with a Starlink satellite antenna for remote control. Britain's Prime Minister Keir Starmer has strongly backed his finance minister, saying Rachel Reeves will hold the job for a very long time to come. Speaking to the BBC, he described her tearful appearance in Parliament on Wednesday as a personal matter for her and unrelated to this week's rebellion by government party MPs over welfare cuts. Chris Mason reports.
Looking down from the press gallery of the House of Commons this lunchtime, we could all see the tears rolling down the Chancellor's cheeks. The Conservative leader seized upon it to frame her questions about her future. The Prime Minister and his team keen to emphasise the strength of their relationship and desire for it to long continue. Multiple colleagues and allies of Rachel Reeves in Parliament are blaming an altercation with the Speaker of the House of Commons, Sir Lindsay Hoyle, for her tearful appearance, while also pointing to a separate personal issue. The Speaker's office have not commented.
The World Health Organization is urging countries to significantly raise the price of tobacco, alcohol and sugary drinks to reduce chronic disease. It proposes an increase of at least 50% over the next decade. It says consumption is fueling heart disease, cancer and diabetes. The organization cited a recent report suggesting a one-time price hike could prevent 50 million premature deaths.